right, so I brought the car out here just so you can kind of see the front end. You will see the front end kind of lift up a little bit when the back end of this car drops. So you will see the back end drop, and you'll see the front of this car slightly lift up. All right, not as much as like a Demon, but it will kind of lift up on this launch. All right, and that will show you how crucial it is when you keep this car stock and how it needs to be able to squat to be able to put that power down on the rear wheels. Actually, let me just keep my microphone out here so you can kind of hear the car a little bit. But watch how this car lifts up from the bottom, you'll see. All right, and I was in my custom mode just so you can see. You want the suspension in street, so it's the softest, so the car can drop down and lower in the back. It can squat properly and allow the power to be put down to the rear wheels. And yeah, this is one of my spots, a closed course. I can't really tell you guys where it is, but stay tuned. All right, so this is going to be a requested video for one of my guys. Now, he was asking me about lowering springs and what I thought about lowering springs. Here's my thoughts on it. I've done videos on it. I've talked about it in the past, but when you lower your car, your Hellcat, you limit the car from being able to squat when you want to accelerate. So it does slightly, not a lot, but it does slightly alter your performance. When you lower that car, yes, you lower the wheel gap, but you prevent the stock ride height from being able to be a little bit higher. And when you step on it, for the back end to squat, being able to put that power down so this car can launch properly. So that's the one thing you lose when you do put a lowering kit on your car. Yes, it looks better. Yes, the wheel gap is more, is eliminated a little bit. But for the most part, what you're doing is you are slightly altering performance. Not that much. It's not like you're altering it that much, but every little second counts and every little increment counts with these Hellcats. So I look at this as a road racing car. It's not a drag car like a Demon, which has a very soft suspension. The Demon actually really squats, and that's why the front end pops up like you see on these videos. The Demon has an even softer rear suspension than these Hellcats because it's made to jump off the line. It's made to be a drag car, a racing car from a dig. These Hellcats are made to be road racing cars. They're designed to be a road racing performance machine. So the difference is the Hellcat with the 262 gears is usually when you get up top and the car is starting to pull harder up top. If I'm not mistaken, the Demon has the 309 gears just like the Scat Packs. But the rear end is very key. It's vital when it comes to performance, when it comes to launching this car. So you got to remember, once you start lowering your car, you're slightly altering performance just a little bit, because Dodge from stock know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly how to have this car. So when you do launch, it's all engineered for you to be able to get the best launch with this perfect ride height. All right, so changing camera angles just a little bit. What I do is, the trick that I do is I have this Adams Polishes undercarriage spray that I spray under my undercarriage. It gives that deep black look, and it's basically like an illusion to make you think or make the car look like there's less wheel gap than what there really is. Because when you have your undercarriage dirty and it's a grayer look, it's gonna stand out more. But when you spray this undercarriage spray under your undercarriage, it'll give your whole undercarriage a very dark black look, and to the eye, there's an illusion like there's less of a wheel gap than what it really is. And I'll show you. Here it is right here. This is the Adams undercarriage spray. So like I said, you spray it under your undercarriage. It gives your undercarriage that deep, rich black look, and it will kind of eliminate the illusion of a wheel gap. And what I like to do is I like to get a wheel well brush, get in there real good in the wheel well, get it clean, brush in there real good after you spray it, of course, with a hose. Get in there with that brush, get in there real deep, and then basically spray this on after you get it clean, all right? And then that's gonna eliminate that wheel gap look because it's gonna look so black under there. That's just a trick that I do. But I would never want to necessarily lower my car because I'm big on performance. I would never want to necessarily change my rims to some aftermarket rims because I'm all about performance. Yes, there's lighter rims out there, rims that are lighter that could probably save you some weight, but these rims were on this car and put on this car for a reason. All right, so that's pretty much what I'm about. I'm about the actual performance aspect of it. So I just zoomed in a little bit deeper so you can see how black it looks. Hopefully on camera it comes out pretty nice. But when you spray this on all under, when I did my actual wheel rotation, he took the wheels off and I was able to get clear access to this wheel well and got it pretty good. But under here will give you, when you clean it the right way with this, it will give you that look that you want. All right, now let's go back over here. Probably gonna have to, there we go. So full variable ND, and you can see it in the front. It looks like it's slightly lowered, slightly, but it's really not. It's just that this product that I have, which I don't know how this video is turning into an Adams Polishes product video, but this is just what came to my mind, so I'm talking about it. As I'm doing this video, I didn't think I was even going to talk about this, but if you look close, you can see how it does have a slight bit of a lowered look when you look at it real close. Now let's go back here to the back. Now there's less light getting back here, so let me increase my stops of light so you can kind of see it better. All right, that's the back. But that's just pretty much it. I mean, overall, you have to, you know, make a decision, see what you really want to do. If you really like that look of your car being lower, you don't really care about losing performance too much, and all you really care about is just the look of how your car will look when it's lowered. Yes, when you're in front of these cars, when the car is stock, it does have a real nailed down look. I love how it looks. It looks incredible. It has this real lowered NASCAR look. These cars like this, like I said, these Chargers are NASCARs. The way they look, they are roll racing cars. They are not Challenger, you know, Dodge Demons that are drag racing cars, cars that are made to race from a dig. All right, that's why that car has a top speed, that Demon 170 of 154. It is not made to get up to a higher speed like this Charger, over 200 miles per hour. It's just not. But real incredible looking lines when you look at this car. And yes, lowering the car makes it look a little bit more aggressive, but like I said, you will alter your performance ever so slightly. So just keep that in mind. And also, what I want to tell you guys is if you are thinking about lowering your car, definitely go with Eibach. They have a real, you know, great reputation. From what I've known and what I've heard over the years, I've been filming these cars and owning these cars. If I ever went to lower my car, that would be the actual company that I would go with, and that's Eibach Lowering Springs. There's probably other companies out there that's a lot better or maybe just as good, but they do have that reliable name. So one of my guys who was telling me that's what he was doing, that's the best, or that's one of the best lowering spring companies to deal with. But I always prefer to just stick with stock, just so the car can squat properly, so I can get off the line if I have to. And even when I'm rolling at a roll race, once you hit it from a 40 roll or a 50 roll or a 60 roll, the car still does squat. Maybe not as much as it's rolling, but you still need that stock ride height to be flexible enough to be able to drop it down, put the weight down at the back so this car can propel forward. All right, so that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.